Court of Appeals with the Superior Court, their Supreme Court in New York, that they'll throw it out. Now, we got 6 minutes. I want to get this other issue. But does the gentleman see the problem with what's happening to the rule of law, the very foundation that causes migrants to want to come here, and the strength of this economy in this country?
I do, and I lament this. I say this often. The gentleman from Texas has heard me say that this is the Constitution of the United States of America, Madam Speaker. It's a quick read. You can probably read that in less than an hour. You can see, everybody can see it's a piece of paper. It cannot defend itself.
Correct.
There it is, laying on the desk. But this is the owner's manual. This is the operator's manual. This is the set of instructions for running your country. And we all take an oath to follow this thing. But if you're not going to, if you choose not to, this Constitution can do nothing about it. Can do nothing. It takes people of integrity, people that are willing to sacrifice their own personal viewpoints on occasion, or what I call the avarice of man, their own personal greed, the things that they want for the sake of this. But when people refuse to do this, refuse to do that, and just use the awesome authority granted to them in a position, whether it's electoral or otherwise, in places like the Department of Justice, well, that's what we have today, right? That's what we have today, which is a Soviet-style show trial to go after your political rivals. This is the thing of dictators and tyrants. One of the practitioners I saw this week before I came in, he was talking about, he said, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I said, it's not crazy. It's tyranny. It's tyranny.
And I assume the gentleman would agree with me, and I'm going to switch topics, but it's a transition that makes it more meaningful, that when the boys walked into the wall of bullets that they walked into at Normandy in 1944, that they weren't doing it to toss aside the rule of law and the Constitution and all that this country stands for. I have chosen not to go to Normandy and make the trip. I didn't wear the uniform. I want to leave it to those who did. Some who wore the uniform aren't going. And I want the gentleman to comment on this, as he served for almost 3 decades or something along those lines in the United States Armed Forces. This, and just so everybody knows, right, today's June 4th. In 2 days, it'll be 80 years since those men got in those boats, jumped out into the stormy seas, walked onto the sand, ran into a wall of bullets, went up the cliffs, and then went all the way to Bastogne, to Germany, went through all of what they went through. This is the message from General Eisenhower on the order of June 6th, 1944.
The eyes of the world are upon us.
Soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force, you are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these past months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hope and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. In company with our brave allies and brothers in arms on our other fronts, you will bring about the destruction of the German war machine, the elimination of Nazi tyranny over the oppressed peoples of Europe, and security for ourselves in a free world. Your task will not be an easy one. Your enemy is well-trained, well-equipped, and battle-hardened. He will fight savagely. But this is the year 1944. Much has happened since the Nazi triumphs of 1940 and 41. The United Nations have inflicted upon the Germans great defeats in open battle, man-to-man. Our air offensive has seriously reduced their strength in the air and their capacity to wage war on the ground. Our home fronts have given us an overwhelming superiority in weapons and munitions of war, and placed at our disposal great reserves of trained fighting men. The tide has turned. The free men of the world are marching together to victory. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory. Good luck, and let us beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking. Those words speak for themselves. We honor and tribute those who lost their lives, those who fought, those who came home, those few World War II veterans who remain with us. I will turn over the remaining about a minute and a half to my friend who wore the uniform that I did not wear.
Well, no words that we can use today can adequately honor the sacrifices of those who gave the last full measure and signed up to do it. I mean, there's just no way you can describe what they endured and what they knew they were going to endure. Many of them never made it off the beach. Many of them never made it out of the boat. But so many of them even joined up and lied about their age so they could go fight for what they believed in this country, this idea.
That was the lie. That was the lie.
The idea that
That was the
everybody
lie
is
right
equal
there.
under the law.
You
That
fought
no
for a
one
lie.
person is more important
You
than another
basically
person.
fought
That you
for
can make
shit.
decisions for your
Literally.
life based on what you want to
Oil,
do. You can buy
land,
the gas stove that you want,
power.
or not buy any stove at all. You can buy a car with a windshield sensor in it, or no windshield sensor in it. Ladies and gentlemen, Madam Speaker, they didn't give their lives. They didn't give their lives for this government here that we have now, that bankrupts their families, that puts the fear of the government in them if they say something, that they're going to be hauled off to jail in the middle of the night or be drawn out on the lawn in their shorts in the wee hours of the morning. Yet that's what we have right now. Madam Speaker, we need to honor the commitment they made for the country that they loved, that existed then.
Like I said before, we all been taught to be fucking straight up fucking stupid fucking sheep to the elite assholes, and they make believe understand faith and hope and word programming bullshit. And I can't make you know what you need to know. It's already ready for you to realize for yourself. All I can do is remind you that you was born with the truth. That's the reason why as a child you asked a lot of fucking questions. Because that fucking responsible adult supposed to have the answers. It is what it is. Even though the truth is in you, it basically is a life living experience. Self-explanatory. Because the facts are, you living. Stupid. Literally. You stupid, and I'm stupid by default. And I'm stupid by your fucking fault. And you only stupid because you was programmed to be fucking stupid. Because once you start thinking for yourself, then you're going to realize who's lying to who. Then you're going to realize who lied really to you. And when I say who lied really to you, the truth that makes true sense is in you to make sense out of life and the shit that you're doing. Anything else is some bullshit made up by the elite assholes. I'm just saying. Again, I can't make you know what you need to know. This is already ready within you for you to realize for yourself. I can't make you know this. I'm just saying. I'm Mr. Glasses, 48. It's a cold day for you if you don't know the truth that's in you already. Born a winner, 100%. Naturally, to know better. To knowing that you'll never know it all. Because every day is a learning experience from the creator of all of us, in all of us, all at the same time. We actually are part of everything happening. It's just that we've been taught to not use the mind. And the mind is all that matters. We all got one. But we've been taught to be fucking stupid and scattered. Because we've been all taught to be fucking stupid. But it is what it is. And it's time to wake the fuck up from the make-believe bullshit. I'm just saying. Love the light that's in you. Because I am the truth that's in you. Because it's in me too. It's just that you don't know.